Alright, this is High School Survival. I'm going to talk a little bit about fuel storage today. That's one subject I haven't really touched on yet. So, first of all, gas has actually hit $3.54 in my area here in southwestern Wisconsin. So as it's been going down, I've been picking up gasoline because I can get it pretty cheap right now. Compared with where my grandparents live, it's nice and cheap here. So the first thing I'm going to say is, well, I'll get to the propane later. First of all, I have about 25 gallons stored up right now. And that generator's a fuel hog, but I got a different generator. I was able to buy another generator, and I'll get to that at a later time. But running that, I could go for literally months running our refrigerator, some lights, charging batteries, etc. with just this 25 gallons, because it's a nice efficient generator and it has very high reviews too. So I've got a little over 25 gallons here. 5 gallon can, 5 gallon can, 6 gallons, 7 gallons, 2.5, plus whatever is sitting in our fuel tanks, and plus the 40 gallons or so between our two cars. That goes up to 60 gallons when our other car's here, but that's in the shop right now. So, but in terms of just in cans, I have a little over 25 gallons. Now, something that I don't see very often, and actually kind of surprises me, are stuff like oil. We have a generator, but we're supposed to change the oil. I think the instructions say every 50 or, sorry, I'm caught here on the gasoline can here. Every 50 or 100 hours, it's something like that. I'll need to check the instructions on that. But you gotta have a lot of oil. The generator that I have is able to use this 5W30. This used to be used in our riding lawnmower, but we don't have that anymore because we moved to a much smaller house with a much smaller yard. So we got rid of the mower, but we still have 3 kegs of oil for it. I've got a brand new unopened 2-cycle engine oil for the weed whacker. That's empty. I don't know why that's sitting there. Get rid of that. Then just that's I think a 1.25 gallon gas can for the weed whacker for the 2-cycle. Now also, I always use Sta-Bil. The nice thing about this stuff is you cannot overtreat your fuel. If you put too much in there, it doesn't cause any problems at all. I just started using this stuff and I like it. The lawnmower has been starting easier already. It's had much less trouble starting. The generators had much less trouble starting. And so I took this, I put in all of our gas tanks with the fuel, like the snow blower, both of the generators, the lawnmower, the weed whacker, and it's also in all the gas cans. So it's through all of our fuel systems now. And already the starting is much easier than it used to be. Now this one treats 80 gallons. It was on a sale at our local Menards. I don't remember how much it cost me, so I picked up a thing of that, and I like it a lot already. So anyway, that covers the gasoline storage so far. I know you're not supposed to keep these out in the garage. I actually, I'll be putting them out in the shed, but I need to pick up new locks for the shed because I don't trust, this is probably around $100, $100 worth of gasoline right now. I don't trust it sitting out there in an unlocked shed. So that's that. One of these days I'll show the generators running. Show what I might do that today. Probably not. I'll get a video out on that sometime, hopefully this summer. But anyway, moving right along. There was a sale at our local Menards on these little propane cylinders. It was 4 of them for $9, and that's the lowest price I've seen in our area. I don't know if that's a good price overall, but it's the lowest one I've seen around here. And so I picked up 4 of them. What are these? 16.4? These are like just 1 pound cylinder. Yeah, 16.4 ounces. They're just 1 pound cylinders. Always keep the instructions when you get the engine. This is from our, this is from our lawnmower. I also have the instructions for our generators sitting out in the shed. Always keep the instructions. There's a lot of valuable information, different settings for the engines and whatnot. Also, a funnel is extremely useful for filling up oil especially, and it's also good for you in your vehicle, filling up transmission fluid, coolant, whatnot. It eliminates spills, and it'll actually save you oil in the long run because you're not spilling everywhere. Let me turn around here. Another thing, this is an empty can actually, but we keep charcoal. We use our charcoal grill sometimes. If you have a charcoal grill, keep charcoal for it, because I think there will be more charcoal lying around than propane, because a lot of people have gas grills now, but not as many people have the charcoal grills. So I always keep lighter fluid around. This one's an empty can. I'm just using this for demonstration. Go with the plastic ones. I'd recommend going with the plastic. Sorry, a little brain freeze there. The plastic lighter fluid containers instead of the metal ones, because as you can see, you start to squeeze it, and then at some point it starts to tip over on the shelf, and it's also rusting. And also, you can hear there's some in there, but it really can't be squeezed anymore, so what's sitting in there is wasted lighter fluid now. So go with the plastic one. I highly recommend that over the metal one. I don't even know if they sell metal ones anymore. And speaking of metal, I just checked online, and I can't find anywhere the metal like US NATO gas cans. I've heard so many good things about them, and I don't know why I can't find them anywhere. So if anyone knows where I could pick those up, I think we have a local store that sells them, but they cost like $38 or something. And then on eBay it's like $50 for a steel gas can. I've heard of people getting them at military surplus for $5-10, so I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, I'm going to go and show you the rest of the propane storage right now. I'll try and get out this back door. Maybe I'll just film out the window if I can. Well, I might be able to. There's 2 full propane cylinders. And I have the other one's actually mounted on the grill right now. Each of those is a 20 pound cylinder. So that gives me a total of 60 pounds of propane. Let me turn off these lights. I don't know how much that'll last me, but now one of the things I want to do is get a propane kit for the generator. Whoa. A little wet here. Just going to show in here quickly too. Once this is cleaned out, this is where the gasoline will be going. I need to pick up a line for this thing. But just a couple things, you know. I always keep wire, nuts and bolts, weed whacker stuff, weed killer. You know, just some things that could be useful. Here's the instructions for the generator. And I also have a couple of things of oil out here too. This is the one I started for the generator. Extension cords, just some good things to have. Anyway, here's the... Oh, it's already pretty dirty. We must have had some rain leaking in. This is the new generator. It is a Champion 1200 watt. This thing's... Well, okay, it would have started on the first pull. Had I remembered to turn the choke off. It was a warm day, so we didn't really need choke. But anyway, so I'll do another video on that. And then just, there's some charcoal. We have charcoal all over. So, that concludes fuel, and I'll get to the generator hopefully sometime this summer. Maybe, probably not going to be today, but we'll see. Thanks for watching.